Hi guys, welcome to Simproved, Fairies speaking here, and welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. And today we are going to build this magical castle in the sky, which only uses Realm of Magic and base game, and it looks absolutely beautiful, of course. Lots and lots of plants, and it is, a flying castle on tiny little islands that are floating in the sky, and your Sims can really use it and explore the magical stuff that I've hidden in there. So without further ado, let's get started. So we start in Windenburg on one of the islands. This is a 64 by 64 lot, so this means this is also built on the biggest lot size that we have. I actually only did this to make sure that the big rocks that will later lift up this whole island actually fit in there, because they're quite big, and even if you scale them down, they are still very big. And for the floating island part, I basically did two rooms over one another, deleted the downstairs room, and then I could move up the second floor, so to speak, way up, deleted the ceiling and the walls, so we have a flowing plate that I can then freely move up and down. And this is the highest height that I could use in The Sims 4. I would have loved it to even do it even higher if I could. Maybe there's a mod for that, but I'm not sure. I'm actually not that experimental with mods for building, since I always want to make sure that you guys can then later use it without every CC and mods, etc. This is also the reason why I don't use any custom content for my builds, because I really want to make sure that you guys can use them later. So yeah, basically the whole thing is inspired by Castle in the Sky. I think it is a Studio Ghibli movie. I have to look that up. It is pretty old, from the 80s. I think it's an 80s movie, honestly, but I'm not sure. It could be also 90s. I've seen it in the early 2000s when there was like a remastered version in the cinema, but like in artsy cinemas, and it was like in Japanese, and I was like, I have no idea, with subtitles and stuff. I actually just wanted to watch it because there were so many good, reviews of that, and they said it's like one of the most famous anime movies ever. I'm not that super into anime, it's just a form of animation that, like everyone else, like every other animation style as well. So I was not that super aware of that whole thing. But yeah, I always like to watch cool movies, so I really liked it. I can remember that I really liked it. And then I saw it on Netflix again. It is on Netflix, by the way, at least the German Netflix, so I have no idea if it is on the American or English speaking one. But I saw it and I was like, oh, this is actually so cute. I want to try that in The Sims. And then I went on in the game and I wanted to try, I already knew that the floating island thing, that you said quite a lot, that works. And then I knew, okay, with, Realm of Magic, if you have the Realm of Magic gameplay pack, there are these portals that your Sims can really use. So I was like, okay, so it is a Realm of Magic, kind of fits the whole thing with a floating castle. And I went into live edit mode and found these amazing rocks that you can put under these floating islands, and I thought, this is so cool. Now it's I have to do this now. So this is kind of like a concept build. I didn't really had in mind to ever use that, or make it usable, but it is usable. Your Sims can really get in there and explore the whole thing. There's no bed in there, because I actually wanted it to be like a school kind of thing, or like a magic HQ for those who have Realm of Magic, which is, by the way, one of the best gameplay packs besides vampires, of course. You can see here already that I'm kind of very biased. I always like the whole supernatural stuff in The Sims. The more quirkier and the more unrealistic it gets, the better it is. And the more it is about parenthood and children, I hate it. So this is just my opinion. I'm absolutely aware that this is not the very popular one. I know that lots and lots of Sims, the majority of Simmers actually are more into gameplay with families and stuff. But this is just my opinion. When I do gameplay, which I rarely do, it would be crazy stuff. Aliens, witches, wizards, vampires, ghouls, whatever, fairies, that kind of stuff. I like that. I love the Grim Reaper in the game as well. Like, all that stuff is absolutely up my alley. So whenever I can do some quirky stuff like this, I'm actually quite happy, and I'm like, oh, cool, now we can actually use it and kind of make sense. So for those who have Realm of Magic, there is this Realm of Magic that you can then also, you know, like, it's a hidden world where you can go to. Only spellcasters can go there, I think. And there's this magic headquarters kind of thing, which is absolutely ugly. And I thought, okay, you can make it so much better. And this is like a quite like quick build. Here we go with the stones, by the way, that, oh my god, look at how cool these look. The only thing I hate is that they come with floating, you know, these floating side stones, so to speak, which is like, oh, okay. But I liked it. Like, I like these stones, and they kind of make it really look like a floating island. And they only come in the show live edit objects, so the debug objects, like behind the scenes objects that you can unlock with a cheat in the build mode, and they should be there if you download this. It is, by the way, on the Sims 4 gallery, as always. I will put the link in the video description down below for you if you want to have that. And yeah, I was like, oh, this is cool. And this even didn't take me so much time as I expected. Like, I thought, okay, this is going to be like a 20-hour build again, but I was actually quite quick. This is 8 hours, I think. So that's a quick build, like, for my taste. That's a quick build. I had some issues with choosing the color theme of that, because first, of course, I wanted to do the whole Castle in the Sky, like, rebuild that, but it's definitely not possible, and that would have taken way more time. I think it is possible, you know, like, with lots of cheating and objects and whatnot, you can always rebuild everything in The Sims. But then again, I also want it to be usable by your Sims. Like, at least I want your Sims to be able to walk around and use objects in there. So here we go. This is at least like a halfway functional thing. There are lots of, you know, like, basically your whole interior design is lots and lots of Realm of Magic. I basically used the Realm of Magic yeah, like, filter, so I could find all of these objects. And also for me, it was kind of nice to revisit these objects and like kind of see if I missed something about them. I must say that I like the build objects from that pack more than I like the objects for, you know, like the furniture. But I think that's also like just personal taste. In my opinion, they are quite quirky, but yeah, they're nice. They're like really detailed, like they're definitely that. But like the build mode, like, look at these amazing windows, like the round windows and the Artico, oh no, it was Art Nouveau even. The Art Nouveau arches and stuff. That was just, it's just stunning. I really like that. So in the Castle in the Sky movie, there's this huge forest on top, and it crowns over that whole castle kind of thing. And that was the inspiration of putting like lots and lots of plant all around it, and of course in the roofs, because I just thought it looked super magical then. And then I came up with the idea, okay, let's do everything like in white and more colorful nicely, because the Magic HQ looks kind of, I wouldn't say evil, but it definitely looks a little bit more out, you know, like to the bad evil side, you know. Not super evil, but there is still like some room. But definitely not super nice fairy thing. And this is, I think, since spellcasters can be like everything, you know, they can be good and can be nice and can be mischievous and stuff. I thought you can also play it like as fairies, which a lot of people did when the pack came out. And I thought, okay, this is maybe like for the fairy good wizards, you know, so like that are nature wizards or whatever, stuff like that. So I thought that would be really cool. So we make good use of the whole plate all around this floating castle, and there's like different balconies with like seating areas and like these potion cauldrons and stuff that your spellcasters can really use. I think that like normal Sims can even do the potion stuff. I'm not even sure. I think there's like this one thing that they can do macaroni and cheese in there, which is like a nice nod to The Sims. that they can do macaroni and cheese in this big ass cauldron. I think that's like a funny little twist that I added. And the interior is kind of quite boring, I have to admit, because I really wanted it to look, you know, good fairy-like. But I also wanted to use like lots of white and to make it look kind of like a pristine white castle. But it's almost not possible because the whole exterior of it has such a weird shape that the inside is just also super weird. Like, don't get me wrong, I could have done this way better if I just have taken like 5 more hours more to figure out the layout. But then again, it is just, you know, it is just the Magic HQ, and since it's like for fairies, I thought it definitely doesn't need to have like make sense that much. But there is like a kitchen kind of corner, there is a bathroom, and like lots of this magical stuff that you get with the pack. So it is definitely usable. Like for a long time, you don't have to travel back home to go to the toilet or something like that. So you can really like go there. If you maybe swap one of the sofas with the bed, you can even live there, sure. Why not? And I know that lots of you guys will either way download this and refurbish this, because lots of you complain about my furnishing skills, or for some it is like too much clutter, for some it is like not enough clutter. And you know, it's just normal that you have like another idea for a build and how to use them, especially since you already have maybe your Sims that you want to live there or to use that, and they definitely have different interests. And I myself just can imagine what kind of like, you know, people you want to live there or how to use that. So in my opinion, this is like my Magic HQ that your Sims can then visit as a community lot. I don't know, set it to a park or whatever. And explore, and you know, maybe get all the potions that I put on from debug mode, that they can have all of the potions. I also put all of the crystal balls that are these orbs for your, how is it called, the familiars that follow you around and give you like buffs or something when you're a spellcaster. Yeah, it has been quite a while since I have been playing with them. But basically it is like a pristine kind of white castle from the inside. And since I had from the roofs like lots and lots of greenery, you know, growing inside, I had this big problem that I had to cover some of the, you know, walls with greenery in the inside as well. So as we progress from the second level to the third, continuously we get more plants inside of this whole thing because it's like already grown out. Maybe it's also like abandoned castle and the, you know, the plants have reclaimed it. I also have the problem that the glass roofs always cut into the, yeah, they cut into the walls, and I hate that. Like normal roofs don't do this. Like just if you use the glass texture, or at least I'm just dumb, I didn't figure out how to do that, but actually they shouldn't cut through the house. I think that is a bug. So I had to use some of the crystals that came with this pack, made them a little bit smaller. But I thought the crystals are maybe like the magical stones from the inside that kind of makes it more, you know, magical. That gives like the magic powers to this house, like to this castle. And I thought, okay, maybe like, it doesn't make so much sense, but like in a set design, production design way for, you know, like an 8-hour build, I think that is quite like the best that I could do like at night. Because I was building this like, yeah, during nighttime, definitely. It was already like, I should have gone to work on the next day, and I had like only 2 hours for sleeping because I'm apparently really bad at adulting. So I can remember that, but I can't like really, yeah, I was just sleep deprived, but I couldn't stop building, so this is what came out of this. So yeah, in my opinion, there are some builders who are really good at interior design. I haven't found anyone who does like more quirky, weird builds. Like I only know lots of people who do like family houses or like real-time architecture. So it would be interesting if you can suggest some simmers in the comments down below who do like quirky stuff or like really weird stuff, like, you know, like I do sometimes. That would be interesting because I always need that inspiration. And yeah, I'm constantly looking for people who do build in The Sims and who are maybe more into not like the traditional family house that you would build in The Sims like all the time over and over again. And I got you in the comments, by the way. I see you guys. I read the comments, you know that. Like, I can't always answer them all. I try to answer them all, but you know, I read every comment. So I get you when you say like, yeah, I know that you don't like it that much, but could you do a family house? Yes, I will do one. I will do. Like, the next build will also be all packs. You know, like, I don't restrict myself with packs because this is again only base game and Realm of Magic. By the way, here we are upstairs where the portal is, so this is where your Sims come out if they go through the portal downstairs, so they get access to this amazing castle. And yeah, I really hope that you like it. See the overgrown stuff over there, the plants, yes, that's what I was looking for, and the big crystals that become even bigger upstairs. And here's the portal downstairs. I just needed like some, you know, some place where I can put them. And yeah, it looks really magical at night. It's like nice illuminated, and there are like some other crystals there as well to like kind of suggest that it's like a magical kind of portal. There's also the greenhouse from the pack that is not accessible, so I sized it down anyways because the Sims can't get in there. It's just like decoration, which we all hated when the pack came out. We're like, why is this not accessible? It looks so beautiful, make it accessible. But yeah, it isn't. It's just like a nice thing. I just wanted to have like a little tiny forest under it because I had to put something there. And yeah, so lots of you asked for, first of all, like a build for a family house, which I will do. And lots of you have asked for a modern house, so the family house will be modern. And I won't restrict myself with any of the packs, so you can see what is possible if you have all of the packs. And here we are already in the top-down view that you guys always request. And I will try to put them every video. If you want to rebuild this or have to, you know, need a better overview of everything, here you go, guys. This is how the build looks from above. And here we are in the video tour that I always have, so you can have a better look at everything, because speed building is speedy and you can't always follow everything. I understand. But here we go, guys. This looks so beautiful. I really like the overgrown glass roofs. That's just cool. I'm really happy about this. And yeah, if you want to see that, it's on Netflix. That is an awesome animation movie. Watch it. Watch it alone, watch it with your kids, whatever. It's a really good movie. I really liked it. And it was cool to see it again, like after all these years, as yeah, it was like, oh, this is actually a cool movie. But yeah, here we go with more panning shots. I really hope that you like the garden. I was like, what should I put in there? Because we only have the fountain in the pack. And I was like, this is so weird. I can't put like fountains everywhere. So we only actually really used one fountain, but there are so many cauldrons. So if you are like brewing potions with the Realm of Magic stuff pack, no, that's not the stuff pack, it's a gameplay pack, sorry. Then this is the thing for you. This is where you do that. If you don't want to have that ugly big cauldron in your house, you can go there and brew your potions. So I did that for you already in advance. There you go. You're welcome. But yeah, I was like kind of very surprised how it turned out, especially since I had like nothing in mind at all. I just built away and was like, oh, okay, it's gonna be like more roundish, kind of have like a quirky kind of, you know, not realistic form, shape. So this is what I came up with this round little towers all stacked into one another. And yeah, this kind of evolved throughout building. This kind of evolved into this here. And I think it looks really cute. It is also a nice contrast with the yellow wallpaper, which took me a while to find. But I like the yellow wallpaper the most. Like, it is quite crazy how much like a theme or like how a house looks like when you just change the exterior wall color. Here it is extreme as well. So I can urge you to also change it maybe to black or something, you know, like it is a very drastic thing that you can do to this house if you want to. So the download link is in the video description down below. It is on the Sims 4 gallery called Castle in the Sky, and you can download this and do whatever you want with that. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this here. If you like Sims 4 builds like these, then subscribe to my channel, or consider subscribing, of course. I would appreciate it. And of course, write me in the comments what I have to build next, since I always read your comments and suggestions and write them down in a really long list. But yeah, give it a thumbs up if you like this build, give it a thumbs down if you don't like the build. I'm okay with that. And yeah, that's basically it. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.